to running the company. It might take him a little while to become a bit cutthroat. So as everybody knows, Benioff and Salesforce have had a lot of turnover. A lot of senior executives have left, voluntary or involuntary. But shares were up 11% on Thursday after reporting their Q4 earnings. They're up 14% year over year. Small net loss. But the company bought back $2.3 billion worth of its stock. We're going to see more of that for sure. And they're going to be increasing its share buyback program to $20 billion going forward. And like Meta, which suddenly got fit and got religion, Benioff is now basically, with all these activists, I guess, on his ass. He says, and this is the quote from the earnings call, "We're more closely scrutinizing every dollar of investment and resource and very focused on driving operational excellence and automation across our business, focusing on 4 key areas: short and long-term expense restructuring, employee productivity," there it is, "product innovation, and building relationships with shareholders. Profitability is truly our number one strategy, and that's my number one strategy. That's the number one thing we talked about at the start of every meeting we have in this company." Quite a turnaround. Your thoughts, Brad?
I don't think the story is that, that Benioff, made these cuts and that activists are around the rim. What was significant was his comments that he made. And I tweeted about it today. He said every CEO in Silicon Valley has looked at what Elon Musk has done and asked themselves, do they need to unleash their own Elon within them? And, listen, we've been talking about this for 9 months. The reality is, if you look at the employee count at Salesforce, in 2015, they had 19,000 employees. As of last year, they had 80,000. In 7 years, they 4x'd the number of employees. They were a mature company by 2015. Their employees CAGR'd at 23%. We don't talk about it in this way, but these large companies, these employee bases, they're not unions, but they may as well be. Right?
Unpack that. Why would they be unions?
I just think there is, during this age of excess, where it was just easy for people to hire more people and build more things, not to make tough choices, etc. Right? We just had an explosion like we've never seen in Silicon Valley in the number of employees in these businesses. Meta went from 10,000 to 85,000. Google went to 185,000. And at those levels, it's very difficult to govern them. And when the CEOs went to make decisions in the businesses, there would be protests, revolts within the business. 30 or 40,000 people would sign
petitions,
a petition,
even
say,
Apple
no, we're
petitions.
not coming back to the office. No, we're not going to work 3 days a week. No, you can't name our AI bot what you want to name it because it offends us. And so to me, what's more significant is over the last 6 months, we've seen courage gain momentum in Silicon Valley, right? What's deeply underappreciated about Meta and the changes they made. It would be one thing if it was just window dressing. We cut 10% of the workforce, kind of tighten our belt a little bit. But Zuckerberg got on his call and he said, we only have 2 priorities in 2023. One is efficiency. And he went into depth about once they started cutting people, how the company got faster. The product release cycle sped up. The employees got happier. And now it's an end in itself to delayer the business. That's what we're hearing out of Benioff as well. And I think